They stand by their motto, H&R Homes promises to be your remodeler for life. Owner Hunter Morrisitz invited us to see the newly renovated living room of a home we visited back in 2013.
Well, the first thing we did for Linda was actually a chimney repair, like a long time ago, like 10 years ago. And then just a couple years ago, after we fixed her chimney and everything, I did actually a lot of work for her sons. And just a couple years ago, we did the kitchen here that we shot the video for. And then I don't remember when Linda called me, maybe like 6 months or a year after that to do the family room. So that's how we ended up back to do this. We knew that once the kitchen was done, the rest of the house had to be, everything, all the rooms start to look more dated. Once you fix one room, you kind of turns into a can of worms. So yeah, you got to fix all the other rooms. So Linda had an opening here. We didn't really make this opening. The opening was there, but it was just kind of like a boring cased opening. There was nothing too exciting there. And I mean, this whole room looked completely different. But she actually brought me a picture of kind of a molding, what she had in mind. And so that's what we did. That's what we did with this. This molding here basically came from similar to a picture she saw. I mean, we obviously had to improvise, and we actually had to have this big molding here was custom made in a local woodworking shop. An amazing guy, Kurt Piper over at Piper Woodworking. Yeah, so it was just that was kind of the big focus of this room, believe it or not. It was that, and then the beams on the ceiling. Linda had wanted something that would give it kind of a chunky feel, so a lot of architectural details.
They used a unique method to brighten and open up the ceiling.
So basically the ceiling was just a knotty pine ceiling. It was kind of your typical 70s yellow, orangey yellow stain, and didn't have any beams. It was just kind of butted up the wood, and Linda wanted to kind of, again, she brought us a picture. It was actually an ad for another contractor, and she wanted to replicate something like that. So we talked about it, and yeah, that's how it came about. So the ceiling's got like a whitewash on it, and basically what you do is you thin the paint down, and you wash it over it. I think that we did like 3 or 4 coats on this thing to get it just the way we wanted it. So the first coat that we did, everybody said, "This is a bad idea. It's going to look awful," And but I said, "Trust me, guys. Just keep going with it." And we did, and everybody loves it. It's beautiful. It's very unique. Gives it kind of an old world look, and it just really turned out great.
From the ceiling now to the walls.
So this place had just like a dark gray, dark brown paneling, probably put up in the 60s or something, and we ripped all the paneling off the walls. There wasn't very much insulation in the walls, just a lot of old newspapers and stuff, which we find a lot. And we actually had my spray foam guys come in from Safeco Foam. They spray foamed the whole room and sealed it up, and then we drywalled the walls over. We did leave this wall here with the vertical knotty pine just for some architectural detail, which I think looks great. We painted it again with a similar kind of technique as the ceiling, but covering a little bit more, yeah, so it really transformed the room a lot.
Not a detail was left out, including the specific placement of the door.
So we basically replaced the door. Her old door, which is I think it was a steel door, it's kind of just your typical, builder grade thing. And she wanted obviously something nice that would go with this beautiful new room. And so we said, sure. So we got this is a beautiful Thermal-Tru doors, fiberglass door that's actually came from the factory, stained to look, like real wood, which I think it really looks beautiful. And we brought in the similar kind of casing that we did on the big opening, just behind it. And the funny thing with this door, once we put these new beams in and everything, we noticed that the old door wasn't centered on the skylight. So if we would have kept the same opening with the new door, it would have been really obvious that it wouldn't have been, straight. So we actually had to move this whole door over 2 inches just to make sure everything looked perfect. So yeah, it was a little bit more involved than just putting a new door in an opening, but you know what? It's the right thing to do. It looks beautiful. She loves it. We love it. It looks great. So Linda also had a old tile entryway here that we decided to take it out. And again, we had to center that on the door, and we put in the same tile that we did in her kitchen. So this is some of our LVT that we like to use here. Again, it's the same color as the kitchen, and just gives you a nice place to come in, put a mat, and wipe your feet and not have to go right onto the hardwood floor. So another thing we did here with this remodel was, this was the existing floor, and again I brought in my dustless crew that does our floor sanding from Daleen Flooring, and they came in and pretty much sanded this whole thing down, brought it back to its natural color, and just put some polyurethane on it, satin polyurethane, and you know, it just turned out beautiful. Looks like it's brand new. The new family room was, you know, all the idea between the colors and everything all came from the kitchen, which we did a couple years ago. And these are Wellborn cabinets, which I'm happy to say H&R Homes, we're dealer for Wellborn cabinets. I'd love for people to come into the showroom, see our Wellborn cabinet display. You know, we've got even a bathroom display in there too, people can see. So it's really, yeah, I love the Wellborn cabinets, the quality, my customers love them, and we couldn't be happier to be a dealer with Wellborn. You know, what we do at H&R Homes that makes us different than a lot of the other contractors is, you know, we listen to what our customers want and we make it happen for them, you know, and every project's different, every project's unique, and you know, that's why we're called your remodeler for life. Our customers keep coming back to us.